Hello everyone and welcome once again to today's module. We will be talking about trees and shrubs and how to maintain them. When pruning trees and shrubs, you want to prune the trees and shrubs correctly. Discern the proper time to prune the trees and shrubs. Pruning is an ancient technique but can still be used today with all its advanced technology around. But simply put, pruning is the removal of a portion of the plant to improve its appearance and health and to control its growth and shape. Each time a bud or a branch is removed from a plant, it has short and long-term effects. The short-term effect is the way the plant looks immediately after pruning and perhaps through the remainder of the growing season. The long-term effect is the way the plant appears after several seasons of growth without the part that has been pruned. The pruning tools are available in a wide variety of sizes and qualities. Some common attributes you want is to make sure that your tools are very sharp and they are kept clean and sanitized as you move from one branch to the next. Homeowners, landscape professionals, and arborists, they all use tools that would be suitable for what they would like to prune. Parts of a tree. You will need to know the parts of the tree very well for pruning your tree correctly. The type of branches you will want to consider are the lead branches, the scalpel branches, the crouch, the suckers, and the water sprouts. Parts of a shrub. This is again very important as you want to prune correctly so that you can take down the crown, the stalk, and the scions. Study these well. Proper time to prune varies depending on the season for the particular species. Although many landscapers prefer to prune when they have very little work, they still need to consider some plants because some plants prefer this off-season attention while other species would prefer to be pruned during a particular period and special time of the year. A landscaper can prune in every season and any time of the year. However, in the winter, it gives the landscaper an off-season work to do. It allows you to have a view of the plant without the leaves. Although it may be difficult to detect the dead branches, it is also a time where you know how to detect the branches by scraping a little bit to see the green underneath it. And by seeing the green, you can determine whether the plant is dead or alive. The dead ones will not show you the green life underneath. The winter is also a very good time to prune because the energy is stored into the root system, so when you do your pruning, you will not harm the plants during this time of the year. Pruning in the summer helps the landscaper to have something to do during the slower season. But at the same time, you need to know your plants to know what plant you want to prune because some plants, it is very hard for them to heal, and other plants, they do heal carefully because the foliage are in full bloom and they can hide the plants under the foliage for quick healing. The autumn is the best time to prune your plants. If you do not get to prune your plants in the early spring or early summer because of the heavy task you have, you can still use the late spring and the late summer to get in your autumn pruning. So the autumn is the time where you can make up the difference for pruning. In the spring, that is where the landscape will become a busy bee and it is a very successful time to prune. You do not have conflict with the planting season, and when you prune at this time, you have a long period for the wounds of the plants to heal. Removing the dead portion of the plant is very important. When that is taken away, you improve the overall health and appearance of the plants. you create a wonderful dense foliage that comes in with health and vigor. Pruning methods. Depending on the size and number of branches to be removed, you will want to know how to prune the trees and the shrubs using different techniques and different styles, whether it is thinning out or heading back. So pay close attention to whether you are pruning a tree or a shrub. How to prune hedges. Hedges, on the other hand, requires close spacing. You need to pay great attention to the creation of these hedges. Landscaper must shear the plant. Properly pruned hedges need to have a level top or tapered on the sides at an angle. National Pruning Standard. The American National Standards Institute, known as ANSI, they address two major issues: branch size and pruning objectives. This will be a very good booklet to go and study to be able to prune properly and correctly for your client. In summary, as we close this lecture on trees and shrubs and pruning, you want to be aware of that trees and shrubs can add a great value and beauty to your homeowner's property. So the task of pruning trees and shrubs is often very great and is a way for landscapers to begin a relationship with their future client. Landscapers should be knowledgeable and ready to take on the job of pruning in order to secure a potential job for lifelong customers. They will respect you and hire you every year to do their regular pruning maintenance. Hope you've enjoyed this lecture. See you next time, and goodbye.